Today, I'll be interviewing Candice Walter. So, why did you decide to attend Texas Southern University?
I wanted to try something different, wanted to experience a big city, and at the same time, I also knew that I wanted to further my education. So after doing some research, I stumbled upon two universities down here, University of Houston and Texas Southern. And so I was like, let's try, you know, the best of both worlds, experiencing the big city and also having the opportunity to choose the institution that I wanted to attend for pharmacy school. So with that being said, that's how I got down here to TSU.
What did you decide to study at TSU and why?
I decided to pursue my doctorate of pharmacy because I've always wanted to be in the healthcare field. Very emotional, and it was going to be a very, very long process. So I was like, what else could I possibly do that would still allow me to be in the healthcare field, but also make a positive impact? So I remember one time I was going to the pharmacy with my grandmother, and her pharmacist and her had a really, really great relationship, that great patient-pharmacist relationship. And I would see how the pharmacist made the world of a difference in, my grandmother being compliant with her medications, my grandmother feeling very comfortable about her disease state, and also informing her of what actually was going on so that she could be an active participant in her healthcare regimen. So with all that being said, I was like, well, I can probably pursue my pharmacy degree. It still gave me the opportunity to impact lives, to work in the health field, to make a positive difference, and that would afford me a good quality of life. So that's why I chose that particular field.
Did you have any important role models or teachers at TSU?
Two of my favorite professors are Dr. Portia Davis and Dr. Rodney Hunter. Dr. Hunter is a pharmacist specialist, I believe, in the oncology field, and Dr. Davis, I know she does something with pharmacy practice. But those two were my favorite professors because they were very enthusiastic about the field of pharmacy, very passionate, very knowledgeable about the things that they wanted their students to convey. So I just really admired their determination. I admired their perseverance. They had a hustle unlike any in this world. And so it just kind of gave you a sense that, wow, I can do this. The sky is the limit for whatever it is that I want to pursue. So I would have to say those two particular professors made an impact on my life at TSU.
What is one experience you remember the most while attending TSU?
I wouldn't say I would just have to say the people that I've came in contact with. I've met some of my most dearest friends, I would have to say, in pharmacy school. It was an eye-opening coming here and just kind of broaden your horizons, as far as different cultures, different ethnicities. And I would have to say my probably most profound experience would be just interacting with my classmates on a daily basis and just kind of getting to know some things about them and their culture and their tradition, and then vice versa, knowing that, people say there's so many different things that separate you, but at the same time, there are so many things that make you one or make you alike. I would say from that standpoint, just being open to the diversity that TSU had to offer.
Do you believe the campus has changed after you graduated TSU?
I really can't make a comparison with that particular statement versus, back then versus now. After graduating, I haven't really had the opportunity to come back on campus just due to a crazy, work schedule, this thing we call life. That being said, I really don't know a lot of changes that have taken place. However, I do know that some have taken place and it's moving in the right direction. But to actually name them and check them off, I really can't say what has changed from 5 years ago to this point in time.
Do you want the campus to change if you were still at TSU now?
I do. I do believe that TSU could definitely make some different improvements and accommodations that would better fit the students. I only really had a year and a half on TSU's campus, and then my education, or the next 3 years of the program, we actually were in the Med Center. So, and then with me not doing my undergrad down here, I really don't know a whole lot, but from the time that I was here on campus, I do believe that there are some things that TSU could definitely implement and change to make the university a better university.
What changes do you want to see on the TSU campus?
I can say on both ends, maybe in the undergrad world and, you know, maybe in the professional world, graduate world also. I did run across a few professors who weren't as professional as they should have and could have been. So I do think that professionalism is definitely something that TSU needs to implement within their professors, because if that's what you're teaching, that's what you need to exemplify. I would say definitely housing. I didn't live on TSU's campus, but I've heard that housing is not the best. And so I truly believe that in order for an individual to thrive, they have to be comfortable in their surroundings, because this is their home away from home. And so you have to have that sense of comfort, that sense of stability. All that plays a role, I believe, in the future or the progression of the student. I truly believe that. And I think TSU has so much to offer, but out the gate, sometimes they probably would give students and students' parents and, other people kind of a bad taste because of the unprofessionalism that the university unfortunately offers at times. So I do think we need to go back to the drawing board with some of the things.
Do you think attending an HBCU is important? If so, why?
Important? No. Personal preference, probably more so, I would say. I do believe that whatever institution you choose, whether it's an HBCU, whether it's your predominantly white university or college, I think that it's just really dependent upon the student. So it's all about what the student is looking for. I truly believe that will determine whether or not it's more so important to the individual or not. But just from my own personal preference, I did get a chance to experience both sides, both worlds. Both of them taught you different things. You appreciated one for certain things versus one for the other. But going back to the question, important? No. But it's just all dependent upon what you want out of your experience.
Well, that concludes my interview with Candice Walter. Bye.